We increasingly hear on the wind a fascinating phrase. It goes something like, the world is changing and FDU is doing something about it. That's quite true, so please feel free to repeat it as often as you'd like. What we're doing here is something quite remarkable. We're doing nothing less than transforming Fairleigh Dickinson University into an internationally recognized institution. One that's known for innovative programs and exceptional experiences offered to our students. We offer to our students a global landscape of ideas, of insights, and opportunities. There have been many milestones in that process, but one of the most important was the commitment of John and Joan Monninger to make the foundational gift to FDU to renovate and expand the library on this campus. I'd been president at FDU for 5 years when John and Joan and Rick Reese and I met to discuss that project. In those 5 years, we had adopted a new mission. We wrote the first strategic plan in FDU's history. We cleaned up the campuses. We tore down old buildings and put up new ones. And faculty and staff were excited about the new direction FDU was heading. Enrollment was beginning to improve, but fundraising was not. Our development program was the missing piece of the transformational matrix. Without a strong, comprehensive program in philanthropy, our struggles would continue. We needed a dramatic assist. At that critical moment, John and Joan appeared. Their donation was the first $1 million gift to Fairleigh Dickinson University in probably the last 2 decades. Their generosity was a dramatic affirmation of the power and path of FDU. They were messengers of confidence, and after that, everything began to change. The Monninger gift was quickly followed. All right. The Monninger gift was quickly followed by 4 more multi-million-dollar gifts. In fact, since they offered that incredible donation, more than $63 million in gifts and commitments have been made to this university. And our capital campaign, FDU Now, for which this new library is the centerpiece, has exceeded its $50 million target. This year alone, donations to the university exceeded $12 million. John, Joan Monninger, that is impact. Lasting, transformational impact. At Fairleigh Dickinson University, the world of philanthropy has changed because of your generosity, of your inspiration, for your action. We are forever grateful. The Monninger Center for Learning and Research is more than just a building where students and faculty will come together to study and explore ideas. Frankly, it's a metaphor for the remarkable change and transformation of Fairleigh Dickinson University, a process that is continuing today and into the future. John and Joan Monninger are exceptional, good, caring people. They're committed not only to Fairleigh Dickinson, but they support other efforts that improve their community and make a difference in the world. They're active on behalf of many, but especially understand and cherish the special bond of family. In fact, the presence of so many family members, children, grandchildren, brothers, sisters, in-laws, to celebrate this day is a reflection of the strength and power of those bonds. We're gathering in a pretty special place. 100 years ago, the Vanderbilt Twomley estate hosted some of the most important and influential people in America. We might not have arrived today in those matched black Rolls Royces as they did in 1911, but important people are still coming to these grounds. They include ambassadors and heads of state. They include CEOs and leaders of industry. They even include rock stars. But the most important people at this university, and the reason why John and Joan have shared their generosity with us, are our students. FDU students come from every county in New Jersey, almost every state in the United States, and from more than 100 different countries. They represent not only a cross-section of America, but a cross-section of the world. They come to us as teenagers, their minds are open to new ideas and concepts, and they leave as adults with a vastly larger view of the world and a bigger view of their potential role in that world. Their transformation, that transformation as individuals, is remarkable and as important as those institutional changes are taking place in this university. Fairleigh Dickinson graduates understand that they must earn their place in the world, and as alumni add to the reputation of this exceptional institution. My wife Susan and I have had the great good fortune to be part of FDU for nearly 12 years. Among the elements we cherish most is getting to know alumni. They are a passionate group of individuals who inspire, inform, and uplift us. They credit FDU for their professional start and want nothing more than to further strengthen the university's sustenance, vitality, and reputation. They want to ensure that this institution continues to provide the next generation with the same skills, insights, and abilities that they received here 30, 40, 50 years ago. John, Monninger, and Joan are two such people. I think that's a train. John Monninger and Joan are two such people. They began something extraordinary that continues today. They are the catalyst not just for this building, but for so much more at the university. Thank you, John, and thank you, Joan. I'm honored to be able to call you my friends, and equally honored today to assist in the groundbreaking ceremony for the John and Joan Monninger Center for Learning and Research at Fairleigh Dickinson University. Thank you.
And I just want to say that, again, good evening to President Adams and Mrs. Adams, Mr. Zenner, Rick, I'm still talking to you, you're still my friend, and all the faculty and guests that are here. All of our many family members, I want to thank you, Joan and I want to thank you both for taking time out of your busy schedules to attend and celebrate this groundbreaking with us. When asked why Joan and I made the donation to FDU, I always reply that Fairleigh Dickinson was there for me when I needed it. FDU gave me the solid foundation needed to go forward in the world, and I greatly appreciate it. Joan and I feel truly blessed, humbled, and fortunate to be able to make this contribution to FDU. I know that one of President Adams' favorite historical figures was Benjamin Franklin. And I hope that the many sayings attributed to him will resonate through the Learning Center, especially during these turbulent times. The one thing that really stood out in my mind is there's no such thing as a good war or a bad peace. So I think what's going on in the Arab world and elsewhere in this world is something we could think of remembering. So thank you both, thank you everybody for coming, and I appreciate it, and let's go dig.